sky high, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I need raised beds, and I'm not fighting that Bermuda. I'm getting too old, and I'm just tired of dealing with it. So back here will be for all the greens and like radicchio and spinach and kales and stuff that can't really handle the Oklahoma heat. I guess in the ice storm I lost a bunch of blueberries, so I'm honestly thinking about digging up those couple blueberry bushes I have left and putting them in some of the newer tubs for the next 2 years until I can build a blueberry area. They just can't handle the Oklahoma sun, but I can put more of these square raised beds back here, have my husband level the ground a little bit with the tractor, and then kind of just have this whole back area in the shade for a lot of the greens and stuff. And it's not looking neat, and I really don't care. Right now it's just more important to grow food. So as I'm cleaning up the garden, putting in more food spaces, as soon as those onions are done, that area is going to be raised beds too. And I'm actually thinking I could fit another row back there too. I'm going to squeeze every little square inch of growing space I can in this garden. I mean, why not utilize every bit of this? So I have 1 entire acre fenced in, and then we have the orchard and the brambles, and we are restoring the farm from the wildfire. But, baby steps, but I'm kicking it into high gear. I'm using these pallets. I'm building these. These can get us through the next 5 or 6, 7 years until maybe the building prices have gone down, and I can, put in those nicer raised beds. But these will do. I'm just putting the black plastic down in there like that, like I did over here, and it'll keep that Bermuda out. Also, I'm just 5 foot, so this is great for me. The only thing I'm going to have to watch is under here. That's kind of sketchy. We have rattlesnakes here, so I'm probably going to have to be very, very cautious when I'm harvesting. I probably should have pushed the beds closer together and just not even try to harvest in the inner part, because look at all those little spaces rattlesnakes and copperheads can hide out. My bull snakes, they don't bother me. I ran into several of them in the garden. Tarantulas, they don't bother me. I like them, but rattlesnakes and copperheads, no. So I'm going to go ahead and do this whole back area, and then over here some big changes. I'm going to be pulling out a lot of those blackberries along that fence row, get all that viney junk cleaned up, and I'm thinking about doing these little pallet raised beds, maybe the shorter ones like that over here, and having it come up to right about here, maybe enough where the Can-Am can go through here, start over there, and just work my way this way. So I can have, this will be my cherry tomato section. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and bring these beds clear up to here. Why not? Maximize the growing space. So anyway, tell me what you think. Just some things I thought I would do, because I'm just tired of fighting the Bermuda. Look at the Bermuda. See how it just takes over and goes up the fence and just chokes everything out. And eventually, blackberries are pretty tough. I think in the next few years, I'm going to pull all these out and replant them in raised beds off the ground and the plastic, so I don't have to fight the darn Bermuda. And it'll be easier to see, down underneath, because snakes like to hang out under there too. So, and I'm getting this cleaned up a little at a time. I mean, we have a long ways to go. We have so much to do. I'm just chunking out in different sections of the farm, trying to get cleaned up. Those tubs all have to be washed, new soil put in. I'm going to put tarp down here because this Bermuda, and maximize this area for growing space. Not to get too close to here. The geothermal greenhouse is ready. We are just trying to figure out the right time to meet up with our family who's also getting a geothermal greenhouse and get it to where we can both have ours. So my husband's working on cleaning up the ice storm damage. That'll be like burn tiles, and yeah, we got to hurry up and get that done also because of the mowing. We don't want a bunch of snakes around this farm. So I'm sure this video is more than pretty long, so it's probably going to be broke down into 2 separate videos. I have a whole bunch of videos to upload. I need to go see my mama and take her some soil and put in her raised beds, put some new soil in there and help her get her, as I grow tomato plants for her. As y'all know, I grew up, my dad's side's Italian, my mother's side, I learned how to can, garden, do the cooking, well, from both sides of my family as far as the cooking, but I learned how to garden and can and do all the jellies and all the homemade stuff from my mom's side, grandma and everything. So it's just in me. And I'm thankful for that. And I was adopted, and on my biological side, it's kind of funny, my family grows. So I guess it's in my DNA. And I'm so sorry about the wind. There's just nothing I can do. Oklahoma just has this nasty wind anymore. It's crazy. And used to, it didn't really blow as much. But all those trees are gone, so yeah, I have a lot to do, so bear with me. I probably won't be online much. I will try to at night, but here I get on there, and I'm going to be honest. I sit down, and as soon as I sit still and start trying to answer comments and visit with my friends, I crash. I fall asleep sitting up. So I am so sorry. So on rainy days, I will definitely be catching up with you guys. And I'm going to try, I can get a few comments late at night and early in the morning, and then back at this work. Hopefully here soon we'll have some help. I have a few volunteers. We'll see if they're busy or up for it this season. And I know I have a lot more people offer to come help. But my husband and I really would like to keep it, simple. The people that we actually really know. And I've had people that get out here and they work their tail end off. So I know a lot of people would love to come help, but this is our home, and we have